Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to make the connection between Maid Central and Zapier. To do that, you're going to need an API key, and it can be a little confusing. So I'm hoping to clear up that information in this video, and you should be able to get your Zapier connected with Maid Central. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to get into your Maid Central account, and you're going to go to Company, and then you're going to go to General. Once you're inside of General, you're going to go to Integrations. And you can see that the API section is down here at the bottom. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a new user just for this demonstration purposes, and then show you how you're going to log into Zapier. So before I do that, once you create the connection, and by the way, this down here where it says Zapier new connection is the name that I have given it. You're going to need this information here, and then you're also going to need your API key. So once it gets created, I suggest leaving the screenshot up. I'm going to show you that until you copy and paste everything over to Zapier. So I'm just going to jump over to Zapier quick, show you the entire process, then come back and do it with you. So in Zapier, my trigger is going to be Maid Central. And in Maid Central, we're just going to choose any trigger event. So let's just do canceled service. We're going to go pick my account. So you can see here that I have different zaps, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and hit this one here. So it's connected it. We're going to hit continue. Okay. So then over here, you're going to do your lead connector, which is go high level, right? And let me go back here. Okay, so we're going to get this all connected. You're going to have your lead connector account here. Here is where you're going to need this information here, which is your API key and code, which you're going to get from over here. So the confusing part is it's going to ask you for a username and password. And where people get confused is they think it's the username and password that you use to log into your Maid Central, which typically is your email address and whatever password you've set. However, that is not the case here. Here, you're going to use the username and password that was created here, where it says username. That's going to be your username for the Zapier API key. Okay, so I'm going to say it again. Where people get confused is they think the username that it's going to be asked for in Zapier is the same username that you use to log into your Maid Central. It is not. It's two separate things. So there is a separate API username that you're going to have to put in to Zapier. And then the API key is what is your password. All right. So let me go get rid of this. Let me go back here to setup, and I'm going to pretend like I'm adding a new account here. So I'm going to say change. I'm going to connect a new account, and see here is the username and your password. So again, this is not the username that's coming from your Maid Central login. What you're going to do here is create a new user. You're going to call it, I'm going to call it Tina's YouTube video demo, right? So that's what's going to show up on my Zapier side. I'm going to hit save here. Here is my username. Here is my key. So the username is what's going to go in that first box in Zapier. And this API key is going to be your password. Now, if you don't save this, you're never going to be able to see that API key again. Okay, so if you lose it, forget it. You're not going to be able to see it. So what I suggest is you go and take a snippet. So I'm going to create a snippet here. I grab this. I'm going to save that snippet, and I'm going to save it onto a document. But right here it says, do you want to copy this to your clipboard? I'm going to say yes, but before I do that, I'm going to grab this username here. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to, let's see where to go down here. I'm going to add that username here. Take out all your spaces. Here, this password that's auto-filled, you're going to take that password. You're going to come back over here to your key, copy this. That's how I do it. You can say yes here, but as soon as I say yes, this screen is going to go away. So I'm going to do it now. It's gone. Okay. But my key is copied, and you can see that here is my new one. Now, if I hit edit here, I'm never gonna get back my API key, right? I can have it create a new API key, which means you have to change all of your things, but you don't want to do that. So here, we're now going to go back to this window that was open. We're going to share our password here, and now you can hit connect. So now I've just created a new connection with my Maid Central and Zapier. and I can now do all my connections. Okay, I hope this video was helpful. Please leave me any comments in the YouTube video, or if I can help you with anything else, I'm glad to help.